Well, welcome everybody. This is the second annual version of the Director's Commentary of the Fargo Marathon Route. My name is Jeff Kopak from the Forum of Fargo Moorhead, the newspaper that covers this race from the inception. And with me are two of the founders of this event, Mark Knutson, the director. Welcome, Mark.
Good day. Great to be back, and thanks for the opportunity to be here.
And your right-hand man and the person always involved in this whole endeavor, Mike Almquist. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike, this is, I know you're really involved in the route, as is Mark, and this is a new version. It's like the 7th annual version of the route. And what do you like about this route?
I like that we're going back to North Fargo.
As we see
our original route in 2005 went to North Fargo, and it's going to be great to be back in North Fargo. Great neighborhoods up there.
And the start's always great, Mark, and it's one of the most exciting things I think in marathon, and I think you guys do a good job with that. Why is that?
Yeah, I think it's become an event. It's become a spectator sport, if you will, which you never would have imagined, but running really has.
From years past, as we see, we're going to the north side first right away. A nice little differential.
Yeah, what's kind of neat here, in the past we kind of finished in North Fargo. Now we're starting in North Fargo, and I guess from a runner standpoint, from our perspective, we look at that and think, what a really kind of nice way to kind of enter into the 26.2 mile journey. Quiet streets, tree lined. The leaves are starting to come out already, so hopefully another month from now.
And we just saw a couple gentle curves. There's actually one turn right there, but a nice neighborhood feel, I think, off the bat.
You bet.
Wide roads.
So as we head down to Parr Street, home of some of the best looking men in Fargo. Oh, wait, do I live there?
You must.
I must. No, just kidding. Let's hope it's this nice of a day during
look
during
at that. Sunny and nice and dry. Yeah, no, this is great stuff, and as you can see, it's just as hilly as ever, and we should be runners will really enjoy this first 8-mile loop here.
Yeah, for you runners across the country logging into this, as you can see, it's flat. What is the advantage of a flat course?
Well, of course, from a time perspective, everybody wants to PR. They're always looking to improve their finish time, and hills and wind tend to make that harder to do. So with Fargo, it doesn't get much flatter than Fargo. I mean, we had to force a hill in here by going under the 10th Street underpass.
So. Going down Oak Street. What stage of the course are we here now, guys? We're about mile...
coming down Oak now, we're about mile 8 here.
Okay.
Yep.
And now we're heading into downtown, which has always been a traditional part of the course.
Yeah, and of course, last year, as you can see, we're now going over the First Avenue Bridge, going into Moorhead. This is an amendment to the course, because we had originally planned to not go into Moorhead because of the flooding situation, and lo and behold, we're sitting with a drought this year, so here we are going into Moorhead. And
now we're heading back into North Dakota for you out-of-staters and out-of-towners, and heading by the YMCA end of 4th Street North. Now we're heading south in the long stretch heading south.
Yep. Take a nice loop around Island Park here, be some bands, some aid stations there, and now, of course, turning onto 8th Street, which is, of course...
Enjoy the party on 8th Street, runners.
Fargo's gem, 8th Street, yes.
And as these trees will be at full foliage during the marathon, and it almost provides a nice canopy.
Yeah, it really does. It's like running through a tunnel. I mean, you can kind of see it here as you're going down, but like you said, once the leaves come out, and even if it is raining that day, it should be dry in that section.
Yeah, you talk about the party atmosphere. What, over 70 bands this year?
Yeah, 70 different locations where we have a band or a DJ, and man, you talk about leaving the iPod at home. There's no need to bring it out here.
Be plenty of rocky music. What else is of favorites out there? The energetic, motivational songs.
Well, I don't know if it's motivational, but for some reason this year we ended up with 2 Elvis impersonators.
Okay, you're heading south towards one of the newer neighborhoods in Fargo, Harwood Drive. Last time we did this last year, it was full of sandbags.
Yeah, we knock on wood, we shouldn't be having to deal with that this year, but no, it looks good. Very
similar to the North Fargo stretch, isn't it, off the bat?
Yeah, this is really, neighborhoods developed about the same time, and 70s and 80s, and really nice maturing trees and everything with the age of the homes, and and just as hilly as the north side.
Okay, we're getting into this is probably an area where, in the elite marathoners, where you start to see some separation, I think. And Mike, you've followed the elite marathoners and you're involved in that. What separates the good ones from the great ones at this point?
I think this is where just mental toughness starts kicking in, and everybody's trained to run a tough race, but the mental toughness separates a lot of them on race day. And I mean, a lot of them don't know what they have until they get out. And 13 miles. Right now we're about mile 16 probably, but
yeah. And this is where I think in prior years, I've been in the lead vehicle, and this is where you really see somebody kick it down. They're playing games with each other, trying to say, okay, who's got something left in the tank, who doesn't.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a pack of 2 or 3 guys that can go back and forth, 2 or 3 gals.
You know, now we're in that last 10K of the course here, you know, mile 20, 21, and I think, like you were saying with the elite runners, this is where they put the hammer down.
This is really where fans, if you're watching this is where you can really make a difference when you see some back of the packers maybe struggling a little bit. This is really where your words of encouragement really come in handy. And I take that from experience as a back of the packer. Underneath the underpass.
The bad thing is, last year there was a resident dressed up as a Grim Reaper in 9th Street, so they had the opposite effect.
Right down.
They shouldn't be doing that.
Historic Broadway. Now we're taking a left, heading back up north, and starting to hear the cheers in the Fargo Dome, maybe.
Kind of feeling it here, coming up to mile 24.
This is where GP is really urging the fans inside the Fargo Dome that the lead runners are not far away. That's really exciting too. Just if you can if you can't make it out on the course, go to the Dome. It's really exciting to watch the finish.
Yeah, and with those jumbotrons, you know, we start to tape the leader coming in right out on University Drive, and the atmosphere is just great. And if you happen to be one of the other half marathoners or 10K people coming in when the lead marathon, it's like they're cheering for me.
And there we go. It's like a Bison football opening.
There you
almost. And on into the Dome. Thanks, fellas. Always a great event, another great course. Don't forget to log on to inform.com. I'll have live blogging from the lead vehicle throughout the day, and it's been huge. Get out your smartphones, follow along with me, and watch the runners and have a good time.
Awesome. Thanks for having us here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.